866-9-SARAHS. That's 866-972-7247.
Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium. She can connect you with your loved ones, your spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. Just call 561-682-0956 for your personal reading. Life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. Just contact Sarah for a personal reading today. 561-682-0956. 561-682-0956. Or visit sarahspiritual.com. Or that number one more time, 561-682-0956. Let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit raise you up.
Come visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center for an extensive array of spiritual products, crystals, books, classes, readings, and healing services in a beautiful spiritual oasis. You must visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Come feel the energy and explore our unique products. Arrange for your own personal spiritual reading with Sarah Spiritual for spiritual insight. The Expedito Enlightenment Center is located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard, Suite 129 in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955. Visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com. That's EXPEDITO enlightenmentcenter.com for yourself. Or for a thoughtful gift, there's no better place to visit than the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955 or visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com.
You are listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah Spiritual and be in the energy of light. Call right now, Sarah Spiritual, at 866-9-SARAHS. That's toll free, 866-972-7247. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook and YouTube.
Have you seen me? Have you heard me? Do you know my voice? Well, it's been a fabulous January, hasn't it? It's been one of those Januaries where as we shift the consciousness of humanity, a lot of technology is shifting. Have you noticed that things in your life, technologically speaking, are kind of snafuing around? Well, we're even experiencing that on the radio station. Who would think that that could happen? But it does. And you know, they say the show must go on, so we just start things back up and do what we've got to do. So I hope you enjoyed the music that we were playing. I love playing my channeled songs. Those songs are born by me sitting at the piano and the music just coming through me and giving me this sense of connection. And all of a sudden, a storyline begins to pop into my head. And I feel compelled to put my hands on the piano wherever I'm guided. And then start feeling this feeling like I need to move my hands and create a melody. And just the sound of whatever's coming out of me, and I'm really not someone who really knows how to play the piano, whatever starts to come out of me, that's what begins to shift the energy and then give me a story. And next thing you know, those sounds, those vibrations from the piano inspire me to begin singing and I create the words and the melody and the performance just like that. So when you hear a song on our show, that song is representative of a channeled experience that happened to me, almost like an instantaneous knowing, almost as if I'm in this trance of moment of divine energy, and it just consumes me and makes me feel as if I'm on this big stage and there's just so many angelic beings just listening to me. And there's other angelic beings that are beaming through me and giving me these words and these songs. And it's interesting because one of the songs that we played just when we finally came back, again, I apologize for what they're doing, and they're getting all our callers back at 866-972-7247. One of the songs is, do you know me, do I know you, I think we met before. And that's a song about soul contracts. That's a song of two people meeting and knowing that they know each other from another lifetime. And it's that moment of recognition. It's that moment of connection. It's that moment of, there's a sense of energy that connects us even though we have never met before in this lifetime. And it's a powerful experience. And so every song that I've ever composed through spirit has been inspired by a story, has been inspired by a thought that popped in my head, and is literally born in the exact amount of time it takes for that song to come through me. So if you look at one of my songs on YouTube and it's 3 minutes and 40 seconds, then that was 3 minutes of 40 seconds worth of information that I received, and that's exactly what we captured. If it's a 4-minute song, I don't sit there and say, oh, I've got to have 2 choruses and a bridge, and then the song is going to come to a close, and I've got to have it done in under 3 minutes, which, a lot of song forms will have a certain pattern. But I don't follow that. I just follow the flow of spirit. So while we're getting our callers back on the line at 866-972-7247, I would really like to say hi to my friends on Facebook. We want you to pop into the new feed and share your questions with us, and we'd love to answer those questions and continue the conversation. 866-972-7247 is the number to call so that we can connect on the phone. I'm going to pop over to Illinois. I've got a phone call on hold that was on hold before that is from Illinois, and we've got Alyssa on the line. Let's get this conversation going again, everyone. Alyssa, how are you tonight?
I'm doing good. How are you, Sarah?
I'm doing well, Alyssa. Good to make this connection again. What is your question?
So I met somebody, and we are really good. He's a really sweet guy. He treats my son amazing. What do you see in our future?
What is their birthday?
It is June 19th, 2000.
219?
June 19th, 2000.
All right. Let me do that for you. So I see here that here's somebody who is on a path of some self-discovery at this time. And they are learning about themselves and learning how to express themselves. I feel as if they learned a lot about relationships, and now they know what they want and what they don't want. There's really this sense of coming into their own, and I feel like the two of you are a good synergy. You're a good connection. Do you feel that way, honey?
Yes.
And I also feel that this is a very powerful time for you, because I feel like you're advancing financially this year. It's going to be a year of advancement and transformation, connecting with new people. Are you thinking of looking for a new job or a new position in this year?
We've talked about me moving into his house. So we've talked about getting a new job. And then when I moved down there, going for my nursing degree.
Perfect. This is the perfect time for you
moving?
to consider making that change. It's the perfect time for you to connect and get to know him better. And then 2026 is the best time for you to begin that journey of that nursing degree.
Okay.
And so you're really on your way. So I want you to trust.
You do see me moving?
Yes, go ahead.
So you do see me moving in with him then? Like moving out of Dixon?
It's unfolding, isn't it? So you need to let it unfold.
Yes.
You need to give it time. But these are things we've talked about. But with or without him, I do see a new job for you this year. With or without him, I do see you having the ability to go to nursing school. So,
Okay.
focus on
I have one
creating
more
the
question.
life that you want.
Can I ask one more question?
Yes, go right ahead.
Do you see me passing this nursing school? That's my biggest fear.
That is everybody's biggest fear, honey, that goes to nursing school. Do you know how many grown women I've had sit at the table and cry thinking they're not going to be able to pass the test?
Yep.
And that's why they
I
give you more than
cried
one time to
yesterday.
take the test. So we're not going to worry about what's coming 4 years from now or 3 years from now. We're going to focus on getting yourself ready to start that new career so that you can have a solid career for your future, so that you can do something that makes you feel like you're making a difference, that makes you feel passionate. So
right.
one
Well,
thing at a time,
you,
one
Sarah.
step at a time, get to know this young man. Nice energy. Let's see how this continues. You'll know more about possibly moving in and making that type of transition and change. That will be something you'll come to a better understanding around May. We're going to sit tight for right now and let the universe unfold, all right?
Thank you, Sarah.
You're welcome, honey. Bye for now. 866-972-7247. We are going to go back to the phone lines. And we have Dee on the line. Dee, how are you?
Sarah, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Yes, I just want to say I'm always grateful for you. You always have the right thing to say with divine timing and everything. I do have a question, which is related to the theme of the show. That last caller made me laugh when she asked the question about passing an exam that she's studying for, because I'm also in that same boat as well, of like finding a new career and everything, which we spoke about. But what resonates with me most are my dreams, and you've been able to assist me through all that private session, but I would like to know, it's just my soul contract and about, I guess, everything that you spoke about in your monologue. Those are the basic questions that I have, and to see where I am in my path, and if my new career choice is a good fit for me. I kind of feel like it is. But again, me with my brain, it's like, I ask questions that kind of almost get in my own way.
Yes. So let's begin with your soul contract. So your soul contract is here and designed for you to influence others, to make a shift in consciousness in your life and the lives of others. You're here to create new pathways for yourself and others. And that also comes with a bit of trial and error, which I know you're familiar with. Just
Very
a little
much
bit
so.
of trial and error. Because every challenge and difficulty, as I spoke of in the monologue, has been designed to cause you to strengthen yourself, increase your faith, increase your courage, and align you more and more to your true self as opposed to the conditioned self. So as we move you in the direction of where you ultimately are supposed to be, you are here to raise the consciousness of humanity. Now you have the free will to decide how you're going to go about doing that. And in the meantime, as you're discovering what really resonates the best for you and with you, you are going to experience new work relationships. You'll experience different opportunities to learn spiritually, opportunities to learn personally, emotionally, and healing of the past, right? And there's quite a bit of garbage, junk in the trunk, that is blocking you from moving forward in your spiritual path, that keeps, I don't know, somehow getting from the back, the trunk right to the front seat, hitting you in the back of the head and causing you to drive off the road. So there's still some healing that's going on of past trauma, past conditioned experiences, and as they come up for you, it's literally you digging through the suitcase, sorting through the things that have happened, no longer decompartmentalizing them and trying to push it down and shove more junk in the trunk. It's literally throwing it off and out of the car, into the dumpster, and driving off and being done with it once and for all. And that's why some of these trials and tribulations have proven to be so off-putting, dramatic, difficult. That's why it's been this way, right? So you need to trust and allow the universe to put all the right experiences around your vortex. You want to be aware that this year is a big year of you establishing more financial wellness and defining career. And I don't mean physical world career, I mean spiritual career. Like, what could that look like for you? What would you do? And then journeying over these next 3 years. And as we journey over these next 3 years, which then place you in 2028, then that closes out the chapter of 2019. Now we finally have cleared once and for all, because 2028 not only closes out your chapter of experiences that began in 2019 to 2028, it literally takes us back to whatever you were going through in 2001. So whatever metamorphosis challenge you had going on there, and self-discovery and trial and tribulation associated with 2001, 2028 finally closes all of those chapters, so that then you are ready and prepared to be free and unencumbered by the challenges of hurt and pain, conditioned experiences, and past traumas. Does that make any sense and ring well to you when I mentioned 2001?
The only thing that I can honestly think of right now is that is like 27 years.
Yes,
That's a long
do the math.
time.
Yes, well, we're not at the end of the 27 years. That's why it's still a journey.
Yeah, I mean, I could honestly barely remember the early 2000s. I'm that old, but so I'm trying to pick things into that, and I think I can go back and figure it out.
Please do.
But yeah, I mean, I think there is. Oh yeah, I just wrote something down. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Yeah, I think this is very helpful, and Right. Okay, but it's not right. Right. It's very helpful, and but this year overall feels like it is a long but short year, but a really good year in
Yes.
cleaning house.
It is. It's getting you ready to be ready for the you that you've come to show up to be in this lifetime. That's the best way I can put it.
Understood. Yeah, I see. Okay. Well, thank you. I guess that is.
Great.
Well, in a complicated way, you explained the soul contract for radio time. I think it's another conversation in a second,
Yeah.
but I think for now, I got all the information.
All you can handle for the
Um,
moment. Yeah.
right, basically.
All right, Dee. Thank you so much for your call. Thank you so much. We appreciate your calling. Bye for now.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
866-972-7247. If you'd like to have a personal session with me, Sarah Spiritual, you can go to sarahspiritual.com. There you'll find some of my products that I craft. I'm an artisan of spiritual products. You'll also be able to find all the different sessions that I offer. And it's okay if you're not local to West Palm Beach. We have our sessions available via video or phone. So visit sarahspiritual.com. We're going to go to New Jersey from California, and I've got Penny on the line. Penny, how are you?
I'm fine. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year, Penny. Thank you so much. Would we say...
I have a question for you.
Yes, I know, but would we say that 2024 had some twists and turns and kind of felt as if it was a little bit up and down kind of year for you?
Yes.
Yes. My guides make me feel like you are coming out of the worst of it, okay? They just make me feel like 2024 was not the easiest of times for you, and they want you to know that 2025 kind of puts you on the track of a better trajectory, a better sense, a better feeling, just a better way of being.
Thank you. I needed to hear that.
Yes, we know that there's great heaviness with you, a heavy heart, a lot of disappointment, loss, just a difficult year, yes?
Yeah.
Penny,
Very
what
difficult.
is your question for me?
Well, I was going to actually rent my loft upstairs to someone. And I'm having doubts.
Do you have a particular person in mind, Penny? Or is this just an idea of what we'd like to do?
No, there's a person in mind. She already moved stuff in, but she doesn't. First, she doesn't have the money. Then she wants to pay me half. Then I asked her for half the rent. She had to bring. I told her she needed to bring a check. She's not responding to me. I can't. It doesn't sound good.
Okay. So Penny, you have someone who's going to be more trouble than you need. She's going to put herself in the house, and then it's going to get more complicated. So this is a no-go on this person. Now, someone else perhaps, but not this person. That's why I said, do you have someone in mind? Because I feel that we could, but I just felt like the person that was around you that was under consideration is not a good fit, and I just feel like they're trying to edge their way in.
Yes. And I think I made that decision because she wanted to come tonight and bring some more stuff, and I said, you can't without giving me some kind of money. I have nothing for the, she's given me nothing, not security, nothing.
And what type of stuff has she brought into your home?
A few things like books and some mirrors, some other things, but not all her clothes and everything. But she's bringing stuff, but she's not responsive. I've called her, no answer. I've texted her. I said, you have to bring a check, which I don't even trust a check at this point.
Correct.
Yeah.
Right. So your next conversation is, you haven't responded. You're not able to give me what's required for you to have your stuff. My home is not your storage unit. You're going to need to come pick up your items by this time. Otherwise, you'll be picking them up off the curb. Like we are not here to make your life more complicated. You are trying to do something to make things easier for you, and of course, we'll lend a helping hand to someone who perhaps can't afford their own place, but has an opportunity to have a roof over their head. So, but you need to simplify your life, and your life got very complicated last year, and you need to breathe. You're under a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety, and we need something very calm, right? And your angels want you to know that they're here supporting you, and that things are going to flow for you. It's just that you have to trust that you're going to be okay. There's a worry inside your heart. Do you have a question about that for me, please?
Well, I worry about my son. It's my son, really.
What's his birthday?
February 10th, 1979.
Well, he kind of goes to the beat of his own drum, right? So when I look at this energy here, this year should bring better order and balance. What is the question about your son specifically for me?
Well, he's been estranged from all of us, and has not done the right thing all the way around. He's got children. He hasn't done the right thing.
Okay. This year is going to
talk to me. He doesn't talk.
Put him in a better place, better order and balance. Okay. He goes to the road, the beat of how he thinks he should live his life. That's how he is creating his patterns here, and his soul contract is to break these patterns, to mend the relationships of this lifetime and other relationships of past lifetimes. For you, it's for you to stay in the energy of peace and harmony, knowing that God will watch over your son regardless of his behavior. And for you to know that your son's behavior externally is a reflection of his own internal conflict and not a reflection on whether you were a good mother or not. Okay. You did not fail him. He in this lifetime has to make peace with himself. That's why I see this worry and this loss in your heart, and it's so heavy.
Yes. Very, yes.
So we want you to just know that all is going to be well, Penny.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
We do hope that you stay in touch with us and keep us posted. I know that this will not be solved overnight, but this year we'll find a way to get some clarity, some resolution, and ideally, according to Spirit, your son gets his life in better order and balance and gets his act together and his head out of his you-know-what.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
All right, Penny, thank you so much for your call. We greatly appreciate you. We know that you will be fine, and the angels are with you. Bye for now.
Bye. Bye.
We welcome your phone call at 866-972-7247. You are listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, and that's me, Sarah Spiritual. So stay with us, don't go away, and visit us on Facebook and YouTube. We'll be right back after this commercial break. Bye for now. way. It's just not easy to be who we want to be. 'Cause the world is changing now. We can't walk the way we did. We don't know the path. We have to listen to our heart. The ways that worked before, they don't work anymore.
Stay tuned for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, coming up right after the break. Continue the conversation with Sarah Spiritual on Facebook and YouTube. The phone lines are open too. 866-9-SARAHS. That's 866-972-7247.
The opinions expressed on the preceding sponsored program were strictly those of its host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
WSFS 104.3 HD3 Miramar, WFLM 104.7 HD3 Palm Beach Shores, and heard in Broward on 96.9 FM, Boca Raton on 95.3 FM, West Palm Beach on 95.9 FM, and in Martin County on 106.9 FM. We are South Florida's home for the True Oldies Channel.
Hi, I'm Sarah Spiritual, the founder of the Expedito Enlightenment Center. I would love for you to visit me at my spiritual oasis located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard in the Tree of Life Plaza in West Palm Beach. Come, feel the energy, sample my spiritual sprays and oils, participate in one of my spiritual development classes, and have a personal reading with me, Sarah Spiritual. Let's see what Spirit has to say. You can call the Expedito Enlightenment Center at 561-682-0955. Not local? Visit me, Sarah Spiritual, at sarahspiritual.com for products, classes, and to book your personal session.
Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium. She can connect you with your loved ones, your spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. Just call 561-682-0956 for your personal reading. Life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. Just contact Sarah for a personal reading today. 561-682-0956. 561-682-0956. Or visit sarahspiritual.com. Or that number one more time, 561-682-0956. Let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit raise you up.
Come visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center for an extensive array of spiritual products, crystals, books, classes, readings, and healing services in a beautiful spiritual oasis. You must visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Come feel the energy and explore our unique products. Arrange for your own personal spiritual reading with Sarah Spiritual for spiritual insight. The Expedito Enlightenment Center is located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard, Suite 129 in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955. Visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com. That's EXPEDITO enlightenmentcenter.com for yourself. Or for a thoughtful gift, there's no better place to visit than the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955 or visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com.
This show is furnished by Sarah Spiritual.
The content, information, and opinions expressed during the related show are those of the show personalities and guest alone, and not those of Vic Canellis Media Group, its parent, affiliates, or stations. VCMG Live is not responsible for any content, information, or opinions expressed. User bears full responsibility for their reliance on such content, information, or opinions.
Welcome back to the next hour of Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, as we continue our uplifting and empowering spiritual discussion to transform your life. A gifted spiritual advisor, coach, and medium, Sarah Spiritual will assist you to connect to the light within and transcend beyond the limits of all experience and knowledge. We have another hour to listen and call in 866-9-SARAHs. That's 866-972-7247. And watch Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook and YouTube, and you can share the love and light.
It's just not easy to be who we want to be, 'cause the world is changing now. We can't walk the way we did. We don't know the path. We have to listen to our heart, the ways that worked before, they don't work anymore. We have lost our love for everyone. We have hurt each other. The world is changing now. It's asking us to move along, to open up a different way of loving one another. And we are back here live on Spiritually Speaking with Sarah all across the nation at 866-972-7247. And we're welcoming your questions on Facebook and on YouTube. We're going to get to you guys. We thank you all for your patience with our lovely technical journey that we've been on here tonight. So now we have a little bit of an echo on my end. First we can't hear, then we can't connect. It's been one of those days. What planet is out of whack? We're going to have to call our astrologer friend Stacy Holler and get her on the line and say what planet is messing up here in the world of radio. But we've got Marlene, and Marlene is in Minnesota. Marlene, how are you tonight? Hi, Marlene, how are you?
This call will be recorded. I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing well, Marlene. Good to connect with you. How did you hear about the show?
My friend has been a long-time listener and caller into your show, and you've helped her over the last 4 or 5 years.
Well, that's wonderful. Well, please thank your friend, Marlene. I greatly appreciate her sending you our way. Marlene, this is community, connection, network, being with people time. This is networking to branch yourself out and meet new people. This is a really important time for you. And the universe wants you to make those changes that align you with all the right people this year. They want you to be in communion with people. They want you to feel successful. They want you to feel in connection with your own soul connection and the meaning that people have as they come into your life.
Oh, okay.
Marlene, what is your question for me tonight?
My specific question tonight is about a relationship that is ending.
Mm-hmm.
I want what's happening with my relationship. I'm not sure really what's going on. I don't.
What is their birthday, please? What is their birthday?
His birthday is 12/28/79. And I don't know if this relationship is for me, if he would like to work things out, or if there's something else better on the way.
Okay. So remember I said it's a new time for community and people. And so this is, if there was ever a time for a relationship to come to an end, this is a good time. As far as the energy is concerned, for you personally. Now I'm going to take a look at this person, and we're going to take a look and see where they are in their journey and what their sense is. And, you know, their vibration is someone who kind of runs a little hot and cold and don't feel like you always know where you stand with them, even before this kind of separation or divide. They just seem a little too cold and dry for you. I feel as if you know what you want and you have an understanding of how you want to be treated. And I don't know that he's actually supporting that connection with you. And I feel as if he's a little self-centered and selfish. And so things have to be in a way that meets his requirements. And there's a sense of he's not really, I don't want to say not ready, because he should be ready for commitment, but he's not really looking to have full-fledged commitment. And you're ready to have a commitment with someone who's going to be a life partner, and we're going to share things and experience things. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, it does. That makes complete sense.
Okay. So now we'll turn the question back on you, and we're going to go on a little journey. Don't you think you deserve better than this? Do we really want to get all caught up in what's he thinking and what's he going to do and how's it going to work? We don't want to get caught up in that.
No.
We want to create a new experience for you. We want things to be in alignment with you. We want you to feel the energy of what you desire coming to manifestation. This has been a distraction for you, this relationship, and this has actually pulled up a lot of the old wounds in your life. And I'm finding that you were losing yourself in trying to keep things together and please him, as opposed to be true for yourself. Does that make sense to you?
You're spot on.
Okay. Well, so we thank your friend for sending you our way, because I don't believe in any coincidence. I know everything happens for a reason, and we're all connected in this journey together. And so give yourself permission to deserve more, to be more, to experience the journey of what's to be for you. And I do know that everything will work out, and this is a perfect time for you to form a new relationship. All right?
Okay. Thank you.
Right.
I will move forward.
Thank you so much. All right, my dear. Bye for now. Bye.
Bye.
866-972-7247. I've been promising my friends on Facebook and YouTube that we were going to have a little conversation with them. I want to thank everyone who's following the Facebook feed and the YouTube feed. We greatly appreciate that. And so let's pop up a question. Can't forget my friends on Facebook and YouTube. before we get back to the phone lines, because as soon as I get off my Facebook and YouTube, I have a call I've got to get back to because she was lost in the shuffle here. But go ahead. Let's see what we've got on our Facebook page, please. Let's pull up a question for me. All right, let's see what we've got here. Iman says her granddaughter had a horrible separation. Okay. So she had a separation from her granddaughter, and it's really gotten very ugly, and Iman is feeling very put off. Iman, your granddaughter is very caught in the ways of how she thinks things should be, and I really feel that she isn't and wasn't treating you with respect, and that's what also made this separation so horrible. I also feel that there was a influence from her mother which is impacting you as well, so this has always also created a big divide. I know that this is horrible, and I know it feels challenging for you at this time. But I will tell you that as we move you in the direction of later on this year, somewhere around April, May, we should have a bit of resolution for you. And this should come to a better understanding. So, Iman, I want you to know that things will work out. But for now, I'm sorry that you're suffering. And let's take another question from Facebook and see who we've got here. All right, we've got Janella Hamra, and Janella says to us, what do you see for the attackers that have done things to me, for the past 4 years? Well, Janella, I feel that this has been a very spiritual, vicious attack for you. I feel that they have infiltrated your personal energy and psychic space. I also feel that this journey is something that eventually the universe and God is going to cut the cords and bring it to a close. I know for you, Janella, it cannot come to a close fast enough, but it will come to a close. So we want you to trust the universe is going to help you in this past story and resolve it for you. And this is a year that I feel a lot of things will be rectified and justified, and things that are done against another that are unjust. I always know that God has a solution and frees us from the bondage. Thank you, Janella, for your Facebook question. Let's pull another one from Facebook and YouTube before we go back to the phone lines. I've got Angie Pierce. Angie Pierce says, hi, Sarah. First off, I wanted to thank Spirit for removing people from my life that weren't for my highest and best good. The people that, and, Angie goes on to say that these are people who just really weren't supporting her. And it's important that you understand, Angie, that in this moment in time, based on where you are, this is a time of great transformation, is a great time of resolution. It is a great time of expansion of your connective gifts to the divine, and it's a time of some great self-discovery. And the people that had to get removed from your life, Angie Pierce, these people were the very same people that were draining your energy and not allowing you to manifest what you needed. So we thank you, Angie Pierce, for your comment and your question, and know that the universe is supporting you through these powerful, positive changes. Thank you, Angie Pierce. We appreciate you. We're going to go back to our phone lines at 866-972-7247. And let me tell you, when I was mid-powerful sentence, Spirit was just coming through, and all of a sudden, everything just went freezing and crashing. And I was on the phone with my caller, Amy, in Los Angeles, and we were fortunate enough to get Amy back. Amy, let's try to reconnect. And please, Amy, tell me, what was the last thing you heard me saying? Because I was on a roll.
You were, and I was writing it all down. The last thing I heard was you say that the universe may force its hand.
May force its hand to bring the changes that you need, because this is a time for you to put yourself first, cut the cords and put those boundaries on, and bring yourself into this new horizon of what's to come for you in 2026. It is truly a time of your awakening to what really works for you and letting go of what no longer serves you. It is a powerful time for you, Amy. Let's revisit the question and take it from where we are now in the conversation so that I can wrap it up for you. And I do apologize that we had such a little technical snafu.
No worries. I'm just glad to be back on and being able to connect. I think my biggest question is I'm going through a rough time in our current living situation, and I'm not sure if we should stay where we are or if we should start looking to move.
Okay. And moving is not an easy feat, that I know. But I also feel that remember, if we don't make the change, the universe will force the change. So if you know you're uncomfortable and we don't do something about it, then the universe will do something that might put you in a bit more of a tizzy trying to get yourself in a move. So, knowing that, I want you to focus on looking for a new place and trust the universe is going to open the door, Amy, and at the perfect time, you will move and things will fall into place. We're not going to force it. We're just going to open up the door of possibilities. We're going to make all of our preparations, and we're going to trust it falls in the perfect time.
Can I ask one follow-up question?
Yes, ma'am.
Are we meant to stay in Los Angeles, or are we meant to move to another state again?
Great question. And were you in Los Angeles in 2017, or were you somewhere else?
In Los Angeles.
Okay. Your Los Angeles time is coming to a close. So you can choose to move to another state in this move. If you feel that for reasons in the physical world we're not quite up for that, then know that by 2027 you can easily find yourself in another state. So if we have to do a bridge move, then you do what you have to do to bring comfort and ease and grace to your life. And again, put it out to the universe. Universe, we'd love to go to, and tell the universe where you'd love to go to. Start looking. See what's there. See how we could reinvent our life. And say, all right, universe, and we're also open to this. Pick another spot in California.
Perfect.
All right? And then see what the universe will orchestrate for you. And we pick the path of ease and grace that we don't have to push, and the path of least resistance. And it feels like you've been mucking through some resistance this past year, and you're really ready to get things on a better path so that things are calmer and easier and more manageable, and you're in this power of joy and harmony. Does that make sense to you?
100%, yes.
All right. Well, thank you, Amy. We appreciate you calling, and we look forward to connecting with you again. Keep us posted on what's to come.
Thanks so much, Sarah.
You're welcome. 866-972-7247. We're answering your questions all across the nation, and we've got to go from Los Angeles all the way to the East Coast. We've got to go to New York, and we've got Andy on the line. Andy, how are you?
Hi, Deb. Hi, Sarah. Long time I didn't talk to you for a while.
Yes.
But I finally got you on the radio, and I just wanted to thank you. You said I was going to meet somebody. Am I kind of thinking and stuff? That she had blonde hair and a bracelet?
Yes.
Well, I'm with her now.
Wonderful.
Yeah,
and
so
I told you that, it feels like a long time ago, but I know it was a while ago for sure. And I know that was hard for you to imagine that was something that was a possibility for you, but I'm glad that you're able to enjoy this partnership that Spirit saw coming for you. And I thank you for the confirmation, and you are getting back to us and letting know that Spirit said something that at the time didn't seem like it was possible, and how could that be?
No.
And
Look
here
how
we
long
are.
was with Julia and Donna. How'd you talk to Donna and Julia? Everything good up there?
Yes. Your wife and your daughter are in peace and harmony, and there's so much music around them. Your wife used to sing to your daughter?
Yeah, both. And Donna used to sing a lot.
Donna used to sing a lot because there's so much
I
music.
think you told me she did.
Yeah.
Yeah. She said that Donna became an angel. She used to sing with the angels.
Yes. And it's interesting because I have, as I'm talking to you, I'm automatically scribbling here, and Spirit is having me draw a flower.
Oh.
And so it makes me feel like there's a flower that looks like what I think they call dahlias or something. It's a pretty flower that comes in the spring. So they're just giving me a flower to give to you, and wherever they are, there's lots of flowers as well.
Oh, nice. Yeah, we're not far from you now. I'm back in West Palm Beach.
Well, fabulous. Well, that's great. That's great. We're glad that you're back.
Yeah, and I want to find out if you're ever going to have any more of those shows in front of your building. Remember we used to go before COVID?
Yes. Yeah, before, back in the day, yes. Yeah, well,
do it no more.
We haven't really since, we didn't do one in 2019 because I said, let's take a break, and I didn't realize the break was going to be such a long break. So we'll see if we're going to pull something together this year, because I believe when I try to calculate, I think it's our 20 years of being there at the center. We have our Expedito Day usually in April and our Archangel Michael Day in September. So we'll see what the season brings us. We'll see if that's something that we are going to put together. But we're glad you're in West Palm. We're glad you found happiness, companionship, and joy. And we appreciate your following us all this time, Andy, because it means a lot to us.
Yeah, I recommend a few people for you, you know.
Thank you. That means so much to us.
I can ask you a question about
Yes.
I have my property for sale for 2-3 years. I'm having problem selling it up in Monticello in White Lake, New York.
Yes.
And I don't know, for some reason, I remember you gave me St. Joseph to put under the ground upside down.
Yeah.
So far, I don't think he's ready for me to sell. I don't know.
Yeah, usually St. Joseph acts pretty quick because he doesn't like to be buried upside down in the ground. That's why we do it that way. Yeah.
Well, when I go to church on Sunday, I always light a candle for him. I say, well, okay, when you're ready, you're ready. But
well,
anyway,
Andy,
you know.
I can tell you this, that this year is a year of finances and financial transactions for you and financial increase. So it is very possible that your house in Monticello is going to sell this year. So we're going to put that out there to the universe and trust that Spirit is guiding us to get this to happen in this year's time.
When it happens, I'll call you.
All right. And since you're in West Palm, you better pop back by the center. Yes.
I'll probably see you before I leave, though. I want to come and say hello.
Okay, perfect, Andy. We look forward to that.
All right. And I got a couple of people that want to call you up and talk to you or come down and talk to you.
Perfect. All right. We'll send them our way to the center, and we'll get them into my schedule.
I will.
All right.
Thank you,
Andy. Bye for now. Bye. Bye. 866-972-7247. We're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors. We're welcoming your phone calls right here on Spiritually Speaking with Sarah all across the nation. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
I've been standing in the room before I walk through the door. Do you know me? Have you heard me? Have you seen me? Do you know my voice? Did you call me with your soul? Because you know that you know me. Every soul has its story.
Stay tuned for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, coming up right after the break. Continue the conversation with Sarah Spiritual on Facebook and YouTube. The phone lines are open too. 866-9-SARAHS. That's 866-972-7247.
Come visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center for an extensive array of spiritual products, crystals, books, classes, readings, and healing services in a beautiful spiritual oasis. You must visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Come feel the energy and explore our unique products. Arrange for your own personal spiritual reading with Sarah Spiritual for spiritual insight. The Expedito Enlightenment Center is located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard, Suite 129 in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955. Visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com. That's EXPEDITO enlightenmentcenter.com for yourself. Or for a thoughtful gift, there's no better place to visit than the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955 or visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com.
Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium. She can connect you with your loved ones, your spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. Just call 561-682-0956 for your personal reading. Life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. Just contact Sarah for a personal reading today. 561-682-0956. 561-682-0956. Or visit sarahspiritual.com. Or that number one more time, 561-682-0956. Let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit raise you up.
Listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah Spiritual and be in the energy of light. Call right now, Sarah Spiritual at 866-9-SARAHS. That's toll free, 866-972-7247. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook and YouTube.
Standing in the room before I walk through the door. Do you know me? Do you know me? Do you know me? Have we met before? I've been standing here before you long before you saw me, before you, and you called me. Every soul has its movie, changing characters in theaters. Everyone knows everyone, but I know you know me somehow. Do you know me? Do I know you? I think we've met before. You've been seeing me beside you when you close your eyes.
And we are back here live on Spiritually Speaking with Sarah at 866-972-7247. We are so glad to have you here. And we are so glad to be celebrating a new year. It is a year of transformation, and collectively in the world, it is a year of making changes. I know there's a lot of people who aren't happy with a lot of changes, but it is a year of change. So we have to find a way to live in harmony and peace throughout the changes, and just know that we always have the power of God and the angels assisting us regardless of what's going on in the outer chatter. Try to stay centered, everyone. I'm going to go to Gloria. Gloria is in West Palm Beach. Gloria, how are you tonight?
Hi, not doing too good.
Well, Gloria, what is your question for us?
I just feel like I'm just being attacked by the universe. You know, like a lot of bad stuff that happened to me.
Yeah.
I got robbed for no reason, and it's just so much stuff going on.
Was that outside of your apartment building?
No, I got robbed in Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Outside
Yeah.
of establishment or something? Were you outside?
While I was inside, they was in my car taking my whole purse with everything in it, all my cards, everything, literally. Like
Yeah.
my jewelry I didn't want to wear inside the club, they took all of it. My Rolex, like they literally robbed me.
Yeah. Yeah, because I see the robbery happening outside.
And
Yes.
Like I've been doing my own investigation, and I feel like it's the manager of the club. He does it to a lot of women.
Oh, interesting you said that. I mean, I'm not going to say it's the manager, but I am saying it was an inside job, okay? Someone who was watching you. Yeah, that's what I feel. It was an inside job because I had your things, according to Spirit, going missing, being robbed, to use your words. But I had those things, and I just felt it had something to do outside a building, right? So it was the club, not your apartment building. But I just know that whoever
definitely.
did it was watching you, and has been watching you. It was not something that was some random thing, like you're walking down the street and someone sees you and decides, hey, I like what's going on. She's got a nice purse. She's got nice jewelry. I didn't see it that way. I saw like somebody was observing you. So of course, we filed a police report, correct?
Yes, of course.
Yeah. I don't know that they're going to recover your items. This is the unfortunate part here. But we do want to see if we can have some justice here. So I'm going to...
They probably not.
I'm going to tell you to pray.
The way it's set up.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you to pray to Archangel Michael to assist you.
Okay.
And protect you and bring you justice. That's what Archangel Michael does, okay? I also feel like a lot of relationship issues, a lot of connections with people. It's really been a challenging time. Is that true?
Yes.
And I
Yes, it
feel
is.
as if you don't feel supported, and that has been a difficulty for you all for quite a while.
Almost my life. Yes,
Yeah.
that's true.
hmm So when I move you in the energy of transformation for this year, I want you to know that this year really represents new creative passions. I really feel like you're redesigning yourself. You're going to redesign your life. I feel like we're going to find, you want to have your own business, yes? We like creative things,
Yes.
yes? I've got a business
Do,
energy
yes.
for you, so I don't want this injustice that
I
just
do a lot of
happened to
things.
set you back, okay? I know it's a setback, but I also know that it's a time for you to figure out how can I have a more peaceful, harmonious life, express myself in my own
Yes.
unique way, and generate and create abundance for myself and my family so that I never have
Yes.
to rely on someone. I can always be my own foundation, standing in my own truth, and then from that truth attract someone who's going to be supportive of me so that I can have the experience that I want in my life. Does this
You
make
said a
sense to you?
handful.
I know, but it's the
Yes.
truth. And it's exactly
Yes.
what you need. And I know that the universe is going to support you.
Thank you.
The universe is not conspiring against you. It is conspiring for you. So I want you to trust that.
That's good. Yeah.
All right?
I'm glad.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Gloria. Is this your first time calling or have you called us before?
I never called you before. First time calling.
Well, we welcome you. How did you hear about the show?
My friend, his name is Kevin, and he told me about you. So, I just decided to give it a try.
Well, we welcome you to our radio family. And since you're in West Palm Beach, be sure to stop by my center, the Expedito Center in the Tree of Life Plaza. And that's off of Okeechobee Boulevard.
Yeah.
And, just Google Sarah Spiritual, and you'll see where we're at. Come pop in, and maybe you need to sage your house and shift some energy and put some Archangel Michael spray
Yes,
around you and kick
exactly.
it back,
I
right?
do.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, honey. Thank you so much for your call. We greatly appreciate you. Bye for now.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Bye. 866-972-7247. We are going to go to Cheryl. Cheryl is in Deerfield Beach. Cheryl, how are you today? Belated happy birthday.
Oh, thank you, Sarah. I'm doing great. I'm doing really great. Thank you. How about you?
Good, and that's so refreshing to hear because I remember talking to a woman a few months ago that, according to her, wasn't doing so great, and Spirit said, you'll be fine, and you're like, I don't know how that's going to happen. And look at you now.
I know.
I know it may not
that
be
was 3 months
perfect,
ago.
but you're getting there.
I'm getting there. Exactly.
Yes.
I've been trying to reach you. For some reason, I thought maybe you retired. I tried to call you a few weeks, but I couldn't get through to your show on the air. I thought maybe I had your number wrong. But anyway, I'm here now, and I'm very thankful that you...
Holy crow. Well, they're putting me out to pasture already. I didn't get that notification. But I don't know. The way
that's what my
technology's
husband said.
going, they may kick me out anyhow. So
No, I hope not. No, you've been a blessing in my life, and I wanted to just reach out to you tonight and to tell you that things are going well. I feel like there's a lot of changes coming my way. I've been meeting different people here very strangely, like just waiting in line at the post office, and some of these people I think were maybe sent to me. I don't know, but good Christian folk here in Missouri.
Good.
And I'm just wondering, considering another position in addition to, and I don't know. I'm just wondering if Spirit has any messages for me that they could share.
Well, this is a year to advance career, to kind of position yourself, be in your own personal power, but it is important that you sustain and maintain self-care in the process, right? So self-care is important. We feel like you do have quite a bit on your plate. I know that maybe you're relieved of some of the day-to-day routine because you are in another location, from your family, and they have to kind of fend for themselves. And oh well, now they can't take you for granted anymore. That's for sure. And you're in this place of kind of reestablishing yourself in a new arena, a new area of your career. And so you could take on something, but we have to be careful to not take on too much. And then we drain our performance, because I feel like they look very highly upon you where you are. And I do feel, I kind of feel like you're there contractually, but I feel like they may try to find room for you or renew the contract. I don't feel like you're going to have to, get pushed out. So we don't want to do anything to jeopardize that. And you're kind of getting yourself and your feet wet in this way of working that you hadn't been working for a while. And we do have to be mindful of some of the physical restrictions that we had of the past that have managed to heal, but we still need to be mindful, because we have to make sure we care for the body. And this is why Spirit is saying, we understand what you're trying to accomplish, but every time, Cheryl, you've chased money, what has happened? It didn't play out well for you.
No.
And we need to allow money to come. So to have a steady contractor, to be contracted full-time, and to become a part of where you're working, and then that perhaps gives you more money or a benefit or something that is of value to you. This may prove to be even better than you're chasing what's some extra dollars for some extra work. Does this make sense to you?
Yes, it does. Yes. The only reason why I was thinking of the extra is because it's in the post office, and I thought, wow, that might be a gear changer, like when I get back to Florida and have some experience under my belt, if anything. Looking ahead.
But do you really, after all your training and your expertise, post office?
I know.
Because
I'm getting older.
I know, but most postal people I know work pretty hard. So, they're on their feet, they're moving packages, you might as well move a patient instead of a box. I mean, what are we doing? Right. But it's a message for the universe that there's always something there for you. But just because there's something there for you doesn't mean you have to act on it. This is a year of your purpose, your passion, your career. This is a year of you tuning into your own personal self and your personal self-care. This year opens you up to great possibilities of self-care, self-awareness, and this understanding that your service in the healthcare arena is a powerful service, and it is here to help you help others. And it has been a growth spurt for you, and it has given you the understanding of kindness and compassion and love. Not that you weren't a kind, loving, compassionate person, but gave you a deeper understanding of it. And it also taught you how to take your own personal issues and problems and toss them to the side and show up for others, right? And others other than your family, right? Because, family is a great thing, but sometimes we get caught up in the dynamic between us and we develop unhealthy patterns, which is where you were with your family. No offense to the dear people, but it was getting a little unhealthy because there were some unrealistic expectations they had on you. And then in your energy of how do I solve and fix problems, because they seem to be dropped on your head, you made a misstep and it kind of made everything come crashing down. So now we need to kind of walk the straight and narrow and really understand that you don't have to be all things and to all people that surround you. You don't have to solve every problem. You're not responsible for everybody's action and reaction. Everybody has their soul contract on this planet, including your family. And even though your family has a soul contract with you, and you're playing that story out, perhaps this is your time in the contract to say, okay, I have done and given enough. You're adults, even your son's an adult. You're going to need to figure it out, and I need to step back and replenish me. And that's exactly where you are right now.
I am. Very true. It's very true. I don't want to repeat any kind of toxicity. In fact, I want to extend again here because I'm afraid to go back and have to recycle that toxic, the toxic environment. I don't want to go back to that. I don't know if it's improved any. I think that they appreciate me more. I certainly do, and they, I think that they miss me being there. But this has been a time of healing for me and rest. A lot of sleeping, a lot of rest.
Absolutely, because you were always in fight or flight or survival mode there. Because there was always a fire to put out. That's exhausting.
Yes.
So here we are.
I didn't realize how exhausted I was.
It is the year of you. It's your birthday year and your year of new beginnings here and power. It's all right here for you. So live in the moment of now. Don't look to see how people will be in the future. The only thing you can control is your behavior, how you act, how you react, and what adjustments you make with you. And if people don't adjust and change along with you, then there's nothing we can do. That is on them. All right, Cheryl, we greatly appreciate your calling. Again, happy birthday. And I know we'll speak again.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I do want to make plans to have a reading with you.
Wonderful. Well, go to sarahspiritual.com and we'll FaceTime and we'll have our session.
Thank you so much. Have a very nice evening.
All right. Bye for now.
I appreciate it.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
866-972-7247. Write the number down. We sure hope you join the conversation next week on Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. For this minute, I've got to go from Deerfield Beach to West Palm Beach, and I've got Debbie on the line. Debbie, how are you?
Oh, I'm getting choked up.
Are you really?
I'm doing okay.
Good. Well, we're glad to connect
I don't know.
with you.
Thank you. Glad to connect.
Yes, and how did you hear about this show, Debbie?
A very close person to me told me about it, and he had gotten a lot of great information from you. And I was a little skeptical, but I said, well, if I get through, I get through.
Yeah, if you get through, you get through. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. And look, here we are. We are connecting here. And, I have to look at where you are in this moment. And my guides are telling me that somehow you feel a little out of sorts, out of balance. Does that make sense to you? And when I take you back, and I need to go back to 2021, I feel like we've been going through a series of shifts and changes since 2021. And I feel as if you had to navigate a lot on your plate. And you are someone who's very reliable and set in your ways, and you know what you know, and you like things done in a particular way. And I feel like things felt like you couldn't control or navigate or maintain and sustain what you needed to in this time of change for yourself in these past 3 years. And when I look at the energy around you, they make me aware that, your rest has been off. Are you waking up in the middle of the night? You're not sleeping right, Debbie?
I sleep pretty good, but there have been times where I've been, definitely off.
Or waking up or woke up for some reason, please, yes?
Yeah.
What is your question for me tonight?
I have a home in New York, and I have one son lives there. And I'm wondering, because I have another son down here who's, struggling. I have a new granddaughter, and that's down here. And I'm wondering about this house that I don't really need, but I feel like I'm keeping it.
For your son in New York? Yeah.
Yeah, and he's a hard worker, and I'm very proud of him.
Yeah. Well, both your sons are good people, okay? So
They are.
This year is a year of you getting your life in order and balance. And these two houses, these two residences, are keeping things out of balance for you, right? And that's why I said earlier, you have a lot on your plate. And it's hard to see our adult children struggle when we know that they do the best they can. And what is the birthday of your son in New York, please?
Well, they're both, oh, wait, that's right. They're not both in New York. August 25th.
Okay.
1993.
So this year represents, for your son, advancement in work and career. So, he's working very hard, but I see progression. I see increase in finances. I feel like this could be a pivotal financial year for him, and that might facilitate him being able to hold himself together in a way that perhaps you then can free yourself of that house within this year's time, okay? That would make things much easier for you. He's making great strides, your son in New York, and this is a time of advancement. So there is advancement, promotion, and financial increase coming to him this year. So he will get that opportunity. And I know that he shows up and he pays attention. Sometimes he can be his own worst enemy because he overthinks things. But, he's caught up in his head. But he does have the intelligence and the ability to move forward. Okay? What is the birthday of your son here in Florida?
May 29th, 1985.
Round and round he goes. Where he stops, nobody knows. Yes. Interesting, dynamic, complicated, little moody. But this year is a year for him to really understand his soul and his purpose. And, he has a dream, and he dreams about things. He just doesn't always take the steps to follow through. And I know you're going to say, how much later does it take? But he's a bit of a late bloomer, but he can get his rhythm. And I feel as if he does well when he could have his own business. He could do well when he has something that has freedom. So he's got to focus on things that allow him to be his own unique self. Does he have this energy of he tends to lose patience when things don't work out for him and get down in his energy? Yes?
Yeah.
And I read him, and I'm not a doctor, but I read his energy, and sometimes I feel like he gets a little depressed or a little bit in a lower energy. And so we need to get him focused on finding things to move him forward in the direction of a higher vibration, things that bring him joy and happiness. Not that his daughter, your granddaughter, doesn't, but he just hasn't found his rhythm yet. But this flower will bloom, this time will come for him, and he's going to find a great sense of established energy of his rooting and his footing so that he can feel like he can stand on his own. That's what Spirit has for him. They are getting ready to wave me off to close out the show. I'm so glad I was able to take your call, Debbie. You're in West Palm. Please, pop by the Tree of Life Plaza. It's the Schumacher Plaza, and where the Expedito Enlightenment Center is. Just Google Sarah Spiritual, pop into the center. Perhaps you can pick up a little mist, a little spray to lift your vibration, and maybe our paths will meet while you're there. I'd love to see you at my center. All right?
Okay, thank you so much, Sarah. Appreciate
You're welcome. Bye for now. Bye. 866-972-7247. I sure would like to speak to you, and perhaps next week will be our week. And thank you, everyone, for your patience. We thank our friends on Facebook and YouTube. Some things are out of our control. We give it to the universe, and we know that everything happens for a reason. So I'll see you back here next Wednesday night, 6:30 to 9 p.m. on Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. And that's me, Sarah Spiritual. Thank you. Good night. God bless you. We'll see you next week.
We don't know where to go. The world is different now, and people have lost their way. It's just not easy to be who we want to be. 'Cause the world is changing.
This has been Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. You can hear and speak with Sarah Spiritual every Wednesday from 6:30 to 9 p.m. Each week, Sarah Spiritual and Spirit answer your most important questions as you navigate through life. Listen and call in next week and let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit guide you. If you didn't have a chance to speak with Sarah Spiritual tonight, visit Sarah at sarahspiritual.com. You can message Sarah Spiritual at Facebook and follow her on Instagram. Tune in every Wednesday from 6:30 to 9 p.m. with more from Spiritually Speaking with Sarah.
The opinions expressed on the preceding sponsored program were strictly those of its